Hi, my name is Nathan Doolittle, and this is my midterm project for Intro to American Government. I chose to do the Bill of Rights from Chapter 4. I think that this is an especially important topic simply because of the fact that you need a good base to start any foundation, whether it's obviously in a country to create um, a worldwide power like we are and to be able to help others, or even if it's in something simple like going to the gym every day or eating healthier. You just need to start with a good base. um so the 10 bill of rights, the first 10 amendments are the freedom of speech, petition, press, assembly, and religion. The second is right to bear arms. The third is the housing of soldiers. The fourth is protection from unreasonable searches and seizures. The fifth is protection of rights to life, liberty, and property. The Sixth Amendment is rights of accused persons in criminal cases. The seventh is right in civil cases. The eighth is excessive bail, fines, and punishments forbidden. The Ninth Amendment is other rights kept by the people, and the 10th is undelegated powers kept by the states and the people. So I went more into depth for each one. So freedom of speech, the freedom of speech allows everybody to express themselves in their own way. Meaning, if you want to go out and say something, you could say something negative about somebody, or like obviously we've all seen celebrities talk about each other, and it's not always the prettiest thing, but they can go out and say what they want, and it's not going to be held against them. The freedom of petition, the freedom of petitions means that anyone can petition anything that they choose, so long as it does not affect or harm others. So I guess the one that recently comes to mind is Black Lives Matter. um People petition the lives, and I guess it kind of goes back to racism, because the color of your skin shouldn't matter, and that's definitely still a problem in today's day and age. The freedom of press. The freedom of press means that you can post or make anything public. I think it's specific for news. And today, like obviously, if you watch Fox News and then you go and watch CNN, you're gonna hear the same story, but it'll be from two different points of view. And so in that aspect, you like they can say mostly what you're hearing is the same thing between both, but at the same time you're going to hear in two different or completely different points of view. The next one is freedom of assembly, and the freedom of assembly gives people the ability to assemble as one within the ability to express, promote, and pursue all their ideas. So if a group of people thinks that they have the same thing, they can assemble together, and it goes back to petition. Like they can go petition something, or they can uh, start like, and now with social media, they can assemble on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Lastly, for the First Amendment, we have freedom of religion. Freedom of religion is it makes it so that there will never be a national religion. And also, one of the cool things that I found was the fact that the government cannot help a specific religion, whether that's helping them with their church or helping them with being tax exempt. Like the government cannot help a specific religion. Your Second Amendment is your right to bear arms, which most people just think that means that they get to have guns at their house, um, or they get to own guns, but uh, the definition would be a well regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So, in theory, yes, that is uh, the fact that you can keep guns or own guns, which is important. I think some people may disagree with me, but that's what I believe. I think that people should be able to own their own guns to an extent, obviously. The Third Amendment is housing of soldiers. So, The exact definition from Nelson that I found was no soldier shall in time of peace be quarantined in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in manner to be prescribed by law. So what that means is soldiers can't come home from war and demand to be housed in your home. They have to be allowed by you, and you definitely have the ability to deny them from staying there. So back, I think it was probably like seventh or eighth grade, we learned about this, and it was the Civil War, I think, where soldiers were allowed to just come, and if they knocked on your door, you had to let them in. So that's not allowed anymore. The Fourth Amendment is protection from unreasonable searches and seizures. It's the right of people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. So what that means is if the police pull you over and they have a suspicion, and it's only a suspicion that you're doing something wrong, or you have, say, illegal firearms, or you have drugs in your car, they can't just off an opinion search your car. Like um they have to go get a warrant for that, and they have to go to a judge to get that warrant. The Fifth Amendment is protection of rights to life, liberty, and property. So this one's definitely a little bit more confusing. I found from the United States Bill of Rights that no person shall be held to answer for capital, other or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury. So what that means is it protects people from being charged with the same crime twice. So like if somebody were to charge you with something and then later on they want to argue that exact same point, they can't use a specific piece of evidence or something that they said. They can't just reword it and use it again in another lawsuit. It also gives us the ability to have the due process, which is requires states to respect the rights owed to a person, such as the Miranda rights. Like a cop pulls you over and arrests you, they have to read that to you, and if they don't, then I'm not exact. I think something happens. I truthfully I don't know the answer to that one. The Sixth Amendment is rights of accused persons in criminal cases. This amendment makes sure that everyone has a fair trial, makes sure that we have a jury in the court along with the accuser and the accused along with witnesses in the courtroom. So what that means is there will be a jury. It makes sure that you have a speedy trial, meaning you don't go to jail and then you have to wait years and years before you even get a chance to fight what you thought you did. Obviously, witnesses can come to your trial to try and fight what you did or for you or against you. And you have the ability to confront those witnesses on what you did and how it went down. And then obviously you have the right to attorney. That's also part of the Miranda rights. So the Seventh Amendment is rights in civil cases. The Seventh Amendment makes sure that in civil cases there must be a jury. I think that's a great idea just because it gives more than just one person opinion. It's kind of like having the president, like we have the Senate and the Congress. Like there's more people with their ideas that it goes through, more than just one person in like a dictatorship. The Eighth Amendment is excessive bail, fines, and punishments forbidden. So excessive bail shall not, or the exact definition from United States Bill of Rights is excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. So what that means is if you were to get pulled over for speeding, they can't give you a $5,000 ticket, or um, you murder somebody and they can't come and like lock you up for 500 years, like something that you're just going to be in life or in jail for life. Like obviously you made a mistake, you need to go to jail for this, but they can't make it so that you're put away for life just because I guess murder isn't really exactly the best option for that one. But like if you rob a bank or you rob a grocery store and just take money, then they can't put you away for life. The Ninth Amendment, which is honestly one that I wasn't particularly knowledgeable about, so I had to get a lot of help with this one, is other rights kept by the people. And so the Ninth Amendment exactly is the instrument in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or to disparage others retained by the people. So what that means is that um, these right or the amendments are not the only rules that will ever apply. There are definitely um, other things that go into it. That's not just exactly what's stated in the Bill of Rights. Uh, it was just kind of like the beginning of what is just kind of like I said in the beginning, it's the base of our country. And so the Ninth Amendment just states that yes, these rules apply, but no, they are not the only things that will ever come. And then the 10th Amendment is undelegated powers kept by the state and the people. This amendment shows that anything that is not applied in the Bill of Rights at the time is applied to the states, and they can choose whether they want to have that law or if they want to have something else of the sort, like the death penalty is still allowed in some states and it's not in others. So they like each state individually gets to choose whether or not some rules apply to them or some rules don't. And another example would probably be like medical marijuana. Like some states allow only medical, some states allow recreational and medical, and then some states don't allow it, period. So I think that's another example of laws that will never be in the Constitution, but different states allow different things. And then here's my works cited page. Those were my 5 sources. And yeah, I hope you guys learned something about the Bill of Rights that you didn't already know.